This is Roxy, the barred Plymouth Rock. Then we have Coco and Goldie. And then we have Plum. They're all red stars. Well, hello everyone. I hope you're not getting too bored with all the chicken foraging footage. So I thought I'd be a little more interesting and give you a little tour of the chicken housing and duck housing. We have ducks now. I'll cover that later. That would make this video much longer. And the footage that you were watching before is old. I think it's from about last year, but then we had some chickens that we don't have now, and I wanted to share them with you. And yeah, so here we have, let's see, oh yes, don't worry, the eggs are not 49 cents a dozen. Yeah, that's a little low from the days when eggs cost a dime a dozen. So we have the light switch here. Nice light. Sorry for the glare. Actually, I'll leave that on. So we have this extension cord. Runs outside. I'll show you what's out there in a second. I'm being very bad about offering them free choice grid and oyster shell. I need to clean that. And I did clean out the poop from last night in here, so they didn't have to look at it. Hi, Poppy. This is Poppy and one of my Australorps. Both of my Australorps are broody right now. One of them is... Yes, I know you're broody. Is sitting on air. And one of them is sitting on 6 Icelandic hatching eggs. I'll tell you more about that in a bit. And, alright, let's head outside. We have the chickens right here. And Duke, the very good poultry guard dog. Although he has been irritating his stomach by eating chicken and duck food. So we're trying to get that under control. Gave himself a little bout of bloody diarrhea and seems to be all better now. There's the ducks. I know they're very cute. I'll make another video about them. This is their house. It's new, still smells like paint. Haven't gotten the tar paper and shingles on yet, so there's a tarp up there. We have shade cloth up here and on that side to give them some shade. Oh, yes, this is my original chickens. I made this first time I had chickens. Chook House, Plum Star, Queenie, and Roxy. Those are my originals. None of which I have anymore. 3 of them died from cancer and old chickenness, and 1 an accident with a bird dog grabbed it. That water is currently not in use, which I need to get out of here. That's the heated bucket with nipples, so when they peck at it, releases water. We're going to try this for the ducks, see how it goes. And their feeder pellets. We are working on our feeding strategy, so that may change. This is nice, the blue keeps keeps algae from growing in it, so it stays a lot cleaner. Although it does look like it might be getting a little bit of dirt in there. And as I said, another Australorp is sitting on Icelandic hatching eggs from Harvey Ussery. But, now, of course, I'm making him miss his ducks. He used to have ducks. He doesn't have them anymore. That's kind of blurry. Anyways, you can get the idea. She has about a week left. She's been sitting on there for, almost 3 weeks. She was sitting on fake eggs for about a week before we got the hatching eggs. Because you have to make sure they're broody before you give them anything that can grow babies. And I candled the eggs, and everything's looking good. All 6 are alive, and she did poop on them, but apparently they can stand up to a fair bit of that. And here's where the extension cord comes out to their fan, which, as you can see, kind of hits the top of the hutch, but it helps. Here's their pop door to go out to the garden. Hi, Goldie. This is Goldie, a red sex link, red star. And out here we have the chickens' run, for in case this netting falls down. You can barely see it, but that, protecting them from aerial predators. And we have the garden out here, some interesting stuff. I'll tell you about that later in this video. And this thingy right here. Here, Goldie, will you demonstrate? There we go. Thank you very much, girl. Alright, so they can jump right over that. Keeps Mr. Duke, who, although is a very good poultry dog, has a good taste for poultry food, and eggs. He will gorge himself on eggs and poultry food and then give himself digestive problems. And since we're only getting 4 eggs a day, don't need him eating any more right now. We eat 6 eggs a day, so we're not quite getting all we need. This is my little garden here, which the ducks are absolutely destroying. So, alright, well, back to more chicken foraging footage. I'll give you a little bit right here of the older chickens. Oh, and here's the ducks. They're going to go swimming. Some ducky cuteness is in order, I suppose. This is supposed to be a chicken adventures, but it turned into duck adventures also, apparently. Maybe we should call it poultry adventures. Now we're swimming in your sewage water, which it really is sewage, I guess. They poop in it plenty. I do need to give you fresh, though, even though you'll get it dirty in about 2 seconds. So, back to some more poultry foraging. Another thing I thought you might find interesting, if you're not too bored with all the chicken-related poultry stuff, and obviously the dog who followed me over here. This is my dad's shiitake mushroom operation. The slugs are not looking too skinny here. There. Thankfully, these are not going to start producing for a little bit yet, so the mushrooms won't get eaten. But these we inoculated very recently. You can see here, you drill a hole and then you insert the inoculant and you cover it with wax, hot wax, as my shoes will testify to you from all the wax that has been dripped on them. As you can see, lots of wax drips. Obviously this vlog was oriented that way. Yes, we have the rain gauge to monitor how much rain they're getting. Make sure they stay moist. And hopefully later this year, towards the fall, these will start producing. But might have to wait until spring. Me, myself, am not super mushroom loving. Actually, I really don't like mushrooms at all, nor peppers. But I do like inoculating mushroom logs. It's very fun. Family activity. This is where Dad was drilling the holes. He has a fancy super speedy drill. All these little chips come flying out, so you don't really want to be standing around while that's happening. But for inoculating the logs, we were right here. This table had the camp stove with the wax melting, and we had some sawhorses right here-ish. And we rolled the logs and did all that, got them inoculated. It took 2 days to get all that whole stack that I showed you before inoculated. About 2.5, 3 hours a day. And right here, these are the logs that are currently producing. We have them, he's just recently moved them over here because the slugs, as you saw on that pile, love shiitake mushroom logs. So, they were eating all the mushrooms before we got a chance to get them. And see, there's a stub of one that was cut off, as is that one right there. And these they haven't all started producing yet this year, but they will soon, I'm sure. Mom. and Roxy are both 2 years old. So, as I promised, here I am with Duke, and the ducks are over there. Hi, you can do some tricks for me? Duke, sit. Good boy. Duke, down. Oh, so, are you sad that I haven't fed you yet? I know, it's terrible. And this one, down. Good. Stay there. I'm going to, sorry about the bumpy, because I'm videoing and doing all this myself. Duke, roll over. All right, he doesn't feel like rolling over. Duke, okay, come here. Oh, good boy. Down. 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 That's nice. He does that sometimes. Down. You're so pathetic. Seriously, I didn't even say anything to you. Oh, are you not feeling very happy right now? Well, let's do something you love. Okay. Duke, hey, come here. Puppy. Duke, pause. Sorry about the bumps. Yes, my very nice Crocs. I love my Crocs. Duke, pause. Pause. Oh, good boy. Pause. Duke. Pause. Duke, pause. Pause. Duke, pause. Are you feeling so pathetic? It's terrible. Okay. And now one he really loves. Duke. Duke, come here. Shake. Oh, good boy. Good boy. Oh, yeah. Very good. All right. So, I have a lot more. I actually have not a ton, but I have a few more videos of Duke doing some tricks when he's a little happier. He's feeling very sad that I'm not feeding him. Might show up by this video. And you see the link that's showing up on this video right here. Should be the link that says dailyduke7blogspot.com. That is, if you type that in, it'll take you to Dukey's blog, the Daily Duke. Yes, the Daily Duke. It's supposed to be daily, but I get it on whenever I can, because these poultry take up all my time. I know. And your agility lessons, yes. And so there'll be videos of us doing agility and tricks and updates on Duke. And if you want more information on his stomach bloody diarrhea bout here, that's on there too. And yeah, also another blog to check out, which should be showing up right on this video right now. It's earthpower1.blogspot.com. That will take you to my blog Earth Power, and lots of stuff about ducks and chickens and all this stuff. Around here should be on there. All sorts of stuff. There's book reviews and cute ducky pictures and chicken pictures and videos, and some stuff I've written about. Did one thing about composting that's pretty cool. And also another thing you can check out on YouTube right here is 2 things I've done with Sir Duke. Dookie the actor stands up to my putting costumes on him and videoing him doing funny stuff. So it's about him fighting dragons and evil knights, and the Black Knight, which is played by me, Hunter, is the latest one. Sir Duke and the Black Knight is the second video. Actually, will be the first video in a trilogy. And the other one is Sir Duke and the Dragon. Don't worry, the dragon's not fearsome. It's just a skinny little Lego creation. And so, see you in the next video with some cute duckies.